Hey, it's Heidi. I just sounded like I was like on Tinder or something. I'm not, but I was like, hey, what's up? It's me. Um, Sorry about that. Anyway, it is me. And I'm here to help you resolve your relationship issues. Why? Because you know what? You're going to climb mountains, you're going to accomplish goals, you're going to feel like you have absolutely everything else going for you, but you're going to retain this relationship or these situations that are causing you anxiety, resentment, rage, frustration, sadness, confusion, and you're going to have all that other stuff, but at the end of the day, you're going to wonder what's the point. You're going to feel like, what is the point of having everything else if I don't have relationships in my life that are working? I want that for you. Welcome back to another video. How likely did you get in this position? Well, most of us have been following an unconscious set of rules. I've been leading a rule rebellion because I believe what we're doing is we're born into these family dynamics that are like, this is how you do love, right? And we're taught by the people on how to do love, how to do relationships, how to interact. And for many of us, the examples are not good examples. But we fall into these patterns of behavior and we don't even realize it. And then we're just like living out these unconscious set of rules that we're following, and it's excruciating. It's really kind of ruining our chances at having a beautiful relationship with anybody, family, friends, coworkers, intimate relationships. And so I'm here to help you resolve all of that. Why am I here to help you resolve all that? What makes me able to kind of like, well, who the hell am I, right? How am I going to help you with that? Well, when I was in my life, I found that I was very successful at other things, and it came out of necessity for me. Here I was, I had, multi six-figure income, had the house, had the stuff, had the things, but I was really full of anxiety and depression. When I looked at it, it was because my relationships weren't working. And so I set about figuring out a way to resolve my relationship issues systematically. I'm a systems person. I like you to tell me what I need to do. I don't believe that you can just, I know I kind of look like it. I've got the beads rocking. You might think I'm just like about manifesting, like we're going to sit down and just like get a cauldron, right? And we're just going to be like, we're going to our way to our relationships and secret our way to success. But that's really not how I roll. I actually believe in systems, processes. We behaved our way into this relationship stuff. I was going to say a bad word. And we got to behave our way out of it. And so today I want to talk to you about one of the rules. One of the rules that we follow that's really keeping us from our relationships is I'm not allowed to have any fun when there's still work to do. Right? I can't enjoy my life when there's still work to do. And this has multiple variations. Like, I can't let my hair down when there's still work to do. I can't be as happy with you because look at all this other stuff that we still need to take care of. I can't enjoy the moment when I need to still be going and going and going. And look, I get that. There is tremendous value in climbing mountains and, reaching our goals and doing everything. So we think someday when we have accomplished the things we want to accomplish, then we'll be able to not take ourselves so seriously. Then we'll be able to relax. Then we'll be able to let our hair down and kind of be in the moment in our relationships and not have to be so hyper focused on what needs done. Okay, that's the rule. Where did it come from? If you grew up, a lot of the people that I work with, and you don't have to, but many do, have grown up in an environment that has taught them these rules as a means to cope their family of origin. So I'll give you an example. If you grew up in a household with like an alcoholic or an addict who wanted to have fun, right? I know in my household, like my dad was an alcoholic and he always wanted to have a good time, right? He wanted to be playing. He would drink and start to want to have fun and joke around. But I would take myself so seriously. I'd be like, no, we can't have fun because you might catch the house on fire with the kerosene heater, or there's things that need to be taken care. Like now it's not playtime, right? And I also had a resistance to the playtime because I felt like it was just inappropriate, right? It's like, no, Dad, you need to be leading the house, not running around with a lampshade on your head and that kind of, not that that's what happened, but I'm being a little extreme. You can imagine maybe in your own family dynamic where you had to be on guard. It wasn't cool for you to let down your guard. It wasn't cool for you to go and just be in the moment, because at any moment something could happen. You need to stay on top of things. And there's also, when we say, well, let me just abandon relationships, because that's the conclusion we make a lot of times. Like, let me just focus on achieving. Let me just put all my effort on becoming, right? Accomplishing my goals. Why is that safer than being in relationship? Because you can control the outcome of your success. Relationships are the area that you can't predict and you can't control. And that feels scarier. So we get addicted to our success because it's predictable and controllable. And so and fun is not predictable and controllable. Being in the present moment is not predictable and controllable. You see what I'm saying? So here's a question. You're climbing the ladder, you're doing everything you need to do. What if you never get there? You sacrifice, because everything you do pays a price. Everything you want, you're sacrificing something. You're sacrificing financially, physically, relationally, emotionally. Everything requires a sacrifice. So what if you never get there? What if you say, well, I'll focus on my relationships after I have my success, or I'll have fun after I get to that place? I know that's laughable to you because you're like, honey, I'm getting there. I get it. I know it. I feel the same way. As a high achiever, I'm like, not get there. Like, what the do you know me? Okay, yeah, I know you're going to get there, but what's going to happen when you do get there? Something else, right? You just told me something else is going to come that you're going to be like, next. It's very hard for you to just be in the moment and not be doing. Making the transition between doing to being, and being is where your relationship success lives. I have lots of things that I want to do too. I'm not saying let's abandon our goals, right? That's crazy talk. I have lots of things that I want to do. I've written books. I actually think to myself, man, these things will change the world if I can get them in the hands. This is actually about the lasting impact of addiction or dysfunction growing up. It's a children's book for adults. It's a radical concept. I envision this in every treatment center in the world to help people understand the impact that they're having on their families. I know this is going to be huge. Last night I was tempted to it was a Sunday, I'd done my stuff for the weekend, and I was tempted to be like, man, let me just start strategizing about how I'm going to get the book out into the world and really, I have some spots in my practice. Let me strategize about how I'm going to feel. I can start to do that. But in front of me, what do I have? I have my husband in front of me, and I have my 5-year-old daughter in front of me. And I could get sucked into the achieving and abandon play when there's work to do. Now I can't play because I got this thing I got to get out to the. But I just said, you know what? Let me just be in the moment. I played Barbies, and I'm going to tell you something. I could worry about impacting the millions of people around the world that I want to impact with the message and the work, or I can impact the one I have. I can impact the one that's in front of me. And that's what I want to encourage you to do too. I know that you're still going to make that impact. You're still going to do the big things in the world. What's happening in your relationships right now? And are you telling yourself maybe you don't even have a relationship? Maybe you're saying to yourself, well, I'll get that then I'll worry about finding the person or doing the thing or investing my time and energy into that. But I'm going to tell you, if you don't find the balance between these two worlds, right, of hustle and flow, right, grind and grin, okay, if you don't find the balance between these two, you're going to miss the point. And you're going to end up feeling like you have all this stuff, and you're going to be like, what the hell's the point? Why am I still unfulfilled? Why haven't I gotten there yet? Because the quality, like Tony Robbins says, right? The quality of your life is the quality of your relationships. Do not underestimate that. And how do you enjoy that? You're able to actually not take yourself so seriously with the goals and just be here in the moment. Go from doing to being. If you want help, and I get that, right? We all need help doing that as a major transition. It's easier said than done. I know for especially like a climber like me, I was like, how the hell do I do that? Well, that's where the systems come into place. I've invented a systematic approach to helping you let go. What would life be like if you could let go a little bit? Come back out just a little bit. What if there was a lie you've been believing that you cannot have everything, that you have relationships or love or success, you have love or money, but you really don't get to have everything? What if that's a lie too? What if that's something else that you've been programmed to believe that's just not the case? What if you do get to have exactly what you want? What if it's okay to want more? These are questions that we ponder over at lovecoachheidi.com. These are things we're willing to get to the bottom of because you deserve all of it. You deserve everything that you desire, right? It's your turn to get it too. Okay? I love you. Take excellent care of yourself. I'll see you in another rule rebellion. If you have a rule that you want to talk about, comment over at lovecoachheidi.com under the blog. Let me know. Make sure you're subscribed to all these channels, YouTube. Make sure that you get the notification whenever a new video comes in. I think I'm getting better at saying these things because I watch my 5-year-old watch her YouTube sometimes. Hey, put the like. Okay? All right. Anyway, I'll see you soon in another video. Until the next time, take excellent care of yourself.